Stay tuned for the fact check. It's where the party's at.
I'm trying to taunt you. Have you noticed that my Diet Coke says happy birthday, Dax?
Oh, I didn't
My
notice
glass bottle
that.
of BC.
Is it from Bill?
It's from my birthday, but they didn't come in time for my birthday.
But was it from Bill Gates?
No.
Oh.
I think Kristen ordered them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
You're right. He has sent us Diet Cokes. It's a natural thought.
Yeah. Is that diet or regs? Diet. This is an amazing
drink.
ding, ding, ding.
Oh.
But for
a different guest.
Next, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, earmark it. So how long did it take you to fall asleep?
I don't know because I listened to a few podcasts all the way through.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and then I just let it turn off, and then I don't know how long after that.
What podcast did you listen to?
I listened to Nobody's Listening, right? Elizabeth and Andy, my favorite podcast. And then
That's your blankie.
That's my...
Your binky.
My
auditory binky.
What's lovey? That's my lovey.
Okay, your stuffy, your lovey.
I never had one of those.
A stuffy?
Yeah, and then I wonder.
Yeah, you
I had
did.
stuffed animals.
Okay.
But I never had one that was like, you have to take it to the airport and on vacation and all these things that all the kids have.
I had 3, but they didn't travel with me. I maybe brought 1 or 2 of them to my dad's on the weekends.
Yeah.
But I had 3 different bears.
Do you still have any of them?
I wish. My mom is ruthless.
Yeah,
I moved
mine
out.
too.
She just had like a garage sale and just fucking dumped all my stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. But
Can you imagine buying my used teddy bear? She might
ding,
have
ding,
thrown
ding.
those away.
I think this is a ding, ding, ding for real.
It is.
Long time coming.
Oh, right. We had delayed. Libearty. Did you have Libearty cleaned?
Libearty does look a little cleaner than normal. I agree.
Oh, there's the
You'll
shit on the ears. Fuck.
He's pretty disgusting, but he does
Looks like
still
he
look
ate
a
a horse's
little.
ass out. Or mules.
He does look a little cleaner than usual.
He's
I'm
a
for the
mess.
listener. I'm holding Libearty, my beanie baby, who's covered in poo poo.
Yeah, he's a mess.
He's sort of my lovey.
Just because he had value and he was really exclusive. That's not the reason to have a lovey.
He's my investment lovey.
This is my 401k.
What
I still remember
what is on him?
fecal matter.
No,
It is.
like from a rat or something.
No, I think you wiped with him.
I did not.
It looks like someone did because the back is spotless. It looks like someone grabbed him from the back and used him, hopefully front to back.
So my parents aren't I guess as ruthless as your mom, but they are pretty bad. Like they just put everything in some big bags.
Hold on, they're not even close. Everything you had as a kid is still in your room.
No, because my brother moved in. So then everything got thrown into these bags.
Okay.
And then thrown in the basement. But it was literally like everything, just like random, like a sticky note they just threw it all in a bag. So this Libearty obviously got thrown face down.
And an old coffee spilled at the bottom of the bag or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he was used to wipe.
But he's still great.
Take a big whiff of his face and see if there's any smell to him. Really get in there.
I know, I don't.
Let me be the judge of this. Toss him over.
Be careful, okay?
I will.
I love you.
He's expensive. He used to be expensive.
He is expensive.
Yeah, that's dung.
No, it is. Stop it. Is
No,
it? I don't smell anything.
It doesn't smell. But boy, it does look like it.
Listen, I'm not.
Doodles.
You're not going to like what I'm about to say, but it's the truth. This is on eBay right now for $700.
No.
Yes.
Was shit all over it?
Well, no.
Okay,
I
a clean
think these
version
look
in a box or something?
Those ones look clean, but that means they're not as unique as mine.
Well, that's for sure.
This is the only Poopy Libearty
That's like
is.
It's like a Warhol. Like you took this cute, valuable thing, wiped with it. Now that's a piece of art.
Do you think I should auction this off?
No, because I would feel terrible for anyone who paid a lot of money for
Maybe
that.
they want it. Why do you get to make the decision for people that...
I don't. You asked me if I thought you should, and I'm giving you an honest answer.
Yeah, because you said you'll feel terrible, but you shouldn't feel terrible if they want it.
I want to protect them from themselves.
Do you think people should smoke if they want?
I don't think they should smoke.
If they want.
Yeah, if they want, fine.
Great.
But I don't think they should smoke if they think you'll like them more. Oh, my goodness. Get that duty bear out of here.
He's my friend.
As long as you label it as duty bear for the sale of him.
I feel totally ethical auctioning this off, as even though it's a bit dirty. But what I will be honest about, and this is an important piece, it is missing its tag.
The most valuable part, yeah.
It's missing the heart thing that has its name. But his name is still on his butt. It says it on the tag
what
there.
It lacks
where
in
he
tags, it makes up for in debris all over his fur.
Anyway.
Anywho.
I don't have any lovies. And, well,
what were you waiting to bring it out to tell me that they're worth $700 on eBay?
Yeah, $700. There's a 6-7 one for $674, one for $750. $500. But this is like
you thought at one point
like
it was
$20,000. It was. He comes up in this episode.
Right.
Which is why that's a ding, ding, ding. And he's
shocker that Nate didn't offer to buy it. It's so valuable.
Well, he was upstairs. That's why. He didn't see him.
He couldn't see him. Do you think so? Monica's now placed Libearty on her shoulder. Do you think that's your bad shoulder or your good shoulder? Is he telling you to do bad things or good things? So you're it or your super ego?
He's bad.
Yeah. He likes to get
he got in the trash.
He's a little animal. Eating up all those old caramels at the bottom of the trash can.
Yeah, if you go to eBay, you're going to get a nice guy. You're going to get an angel Libearty, but this is the only devil Libearty in the whole world.
That's the only id. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have something I want to announce.
Let's hear it.
I have a few things.
Okay.
First, I don't think I've ever seen a response so consistent in the comments.
Okay.
The dog world is ablaze.
Oh, no.
There's a fervor of recommendations.
I told everyone not to get too excited.
I opened up the comments for James Marsden.
Little Jimmy Marsden.
And nearly every comment said, Dax, please tell Monica she should get a miniature king salmon Burmese Yorkshire Pinscher. Like they were so specific, the different breeds you need. And everyone has a favorite breed. If you want to hear some testimonials, there are a couple hundred waiting for you.
Okay.
And then another thing I want to say is I read a great book by a friend of the pod's wife, Allison Grant Adams' wife.
Oh, nice.
She wrote a book called I Am the Cage.
Ooh.
And it's really, really good. It's about this young woman who's living in this like tiny little town in Wisconsin by the lake. And she walks to work and she doesn't want to see anyone and she doesn't want to be friendly. And she...
Is it a novel?
Yes, it's a novel.
Okay.
And there's this huge snowstorm and she gets snowed into this house she's renting. And then just the journey she goes on in this snowed-in thing. And then you're getting all these flashbacks of her childhood, having had this very specific surgery to lengthen a leg.
Ding.
Tell me.
Remember we had a guest on once whose brother had that surgery and he passed away from it.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, in the book, the character is told by the nurse, like, you're in good hands. He's the best in the country. And then she asks, how many people do this procedure? And he's the only one. The horrificness of this procedure and how much it changed the course of her life and how it all comes into this inflection experience being snowed in. It's really, really
I can't wait to read it.
I'm so impressed. It's so beautifully written. And it's also, I think for people who are like, they're not extroverts. They don't want to talk to anyone. They don't want to comfort anyone. Like I would imagine it'd be liberating to hear someone speak so honestly about how much they dislike all these interactions.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's very brave. It's a very cool book. I Am the Cage. People said in it is...
Is it out?
It's out. on February 18th.
Okay, great.
So pre-order it. I really recommend it. It's fantastic. I'm the Cage.
I'll read it.
I don't read many novels.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, I could feel there was enough reality in it.
Yeah. Well, the best novels do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You probably just haven't read any good ones.
I've never read a good
In your
novel. That's
whole
what it
life.
is. Yeah.
I really like reading novels.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you're a
I feel
fantasy girl. You're a cookie
fraudulent.
boy and a fantasy girl.
I am. Both of those things.
Yeah.
I am.
I'm a reality boy. Don't talk about unicorns
You
or
have
Sasquatch.
plenty of fantasies.
Okay.
You're a fantasy girl, too.
And a cookie boy.
And a cookie boy. I'm a reality girl, too.
Yeah, I don't mean to put you in a box.
Yeah. Don't put me in a cage.
Well, I am the Cage. No, that's the title of the book. I am the Cage.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
Speaking of fantasy, we have an upcoming guest who we discuss fantasy with a bit, and I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, and very similar to your experience.
It's a great survival mechanism
Yeah, yeah.
until you don't need it anymore to survive
But you still use it.
every now and then.
Yeah, yeah. I took a hike this morning. It's raining.
Yeah, it is.
Thank God. We can only be grateful.
I know. That's right.
We have no choice but to be very grateful.
I agree.
Considering the fire conditions.
I agree. I love
You were
it.
taking it better than normal, which to me seems like proof of that.
Thank you. I'm
The-
trying very hard.
Are you? What does that entail? You should look out the window and go, I love you, rain, and just force yourself.
No, to be clear, it is raining. It's been raining for the past couple days. I have seasonal affective disorder, SAD, self-diagnosed. And I am about to start my period. There's lots going on
Double whammy.
that generally speaking, I can predict what kind of mood I will be in.
Yeah.
But
And is it helpful to go, yeah, I feel like shit, but I know it's because of these things? Does that like
course.
mitigate how much suffering there is?
there's many things at play. I'm starting to feel like really agitated.
Yeah.
It's that,
Right. Not the person.
not the thing or the person or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's helpful to know.
I
But-
do that.
Yeah.
Really helps. I mean, you got to do it with children.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Like if you're depressed, your children, the little things that you can overlook start becoming annoying.
Sure.
And then I have to go, it has nothing to do with them. You just feel this way. It really is effective. I guess
It
that's
is.
CBT.
Also, I feel like you've been in a low mood,
Yeah. Yeah. I had a good 3 weeks of feeling
down,
depressed.
Yeah. And that is clear to me, right? And we have talked about it on here.
Yeah.
But the thing you don't always agree with, but that I really do think is true, is that you can only have 100% of an emotion in the room
Oh, yeah.
or between two people or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel that, like when you are not at your happiest,
Yeah.
oh, it's not my turn to also be in that headspace. Like
Yeah.
it's my turn to be the other type of person in this setting or
Yeah.
in this duo. So I don't know. I find that sort of liberating. It's like, okay, this isn't the time for me to indulge my thing.
Because you learn you can control it if you're forced to.
It's not that set in stone. I am able to overcome it
Yes.
if I need to. And the rain makes me gloomy, but I haven't really been that gloomy.
I'm super lucky because I, in the morning, open up my drapes and I go to meditate. And often I start meditating while it's still dark out. And by the time I'm done, the light has come out.
That's nice.
There's just mist and there's trees.
Yeah.
And it's a luxury. I'm
You
lucky.
like that.
I can recognize how unbelievably beautiful it is. Like an impressionist painter would be painting that, not the normal day that I see.
Right.
So that's a huge advantage.
That's nice.
So I was looking at it and I was like, I don't know why Gorillas in the Mist is so seared into my mind, but I think maybe that was the first time I saw that kind of tropical, misty foliage.
Yeah.
It really captivated my imagination when I was younger. And so anytime I see like Colombia, when they show the mountainside and it's like very damp and moist, I love it. So I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I can't wait to go hiking in there. There's going to be like the visibility will be low. There was virtually no one out there, which is never the case.
Yeah, the rain will do that.
To the point where I was like, is it shut down again? And I'm now doing it again. But no, I saw a couple other folks.
I wonder if aversion to rain / seasonal affective disorder / sad it's like misophonia. Like it's a gene.
Probably.
Because you're talking about the mist.
Yeah.
And I want to,
You
I'm
can
like
intellectually understand.
I understand.
It's like atmosphere in a movie. Like they pump scenes full of dust so that there's a texture to the air.
Yes.
And so it's so cinematic when it's like this. It's just very beautiful. The greens are greener. It's filtering out different kinds of light.
I know, but I
don't care.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you want bright, hot sun.
I really do.
White light.
But I want to like it. Maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution. And this year, the new year started again in February.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
My mood broke almost on
February.
Feb 1, or day before or something. God, should I tell you something embarrassing? Well, let me first say that whiskey, well, it's related to that. Whiskey has diarrhea in his cage 4 nights in a row.
Uh-oh. He has noro.
The fact that Kristen hasn't killed herself yet, she's been up every night for the last 4 nights
dealing
with his...
Can he wear a diaper?
He should. Well, he went to the vet yesterday, and he, by the way, he's such a bastard. Not even a rascal. He's a bastard.
I know.
They put him in a cone, and all. They couldn't. You can't even approach him. So they had to anesthetize him just to like take his blood and run some tests. So when he came home, he was completely fucked up. Right? He was fucked up I was jealous. I'm like, what'd they give him that last 14 hours? None of the drugs I ever took lasted that long. He's very small. He's down one leg.
He's almost as small as Libearty.
He is. So he did not have any harness last night, which was great.
Great.
So I woke up in the middle of the night to pee, as I do 2 or 3 times, and I was peeing and I farted, and I was half asleep, and then I went and was about to lay back in bed, and I was like, is there a little...
Oh, you had...
Did something come out?
Oh, wow.
And then I went and sat back. I sat on the toilet and fired up the Brondel, the butt washer.
Yeah.
And I had a little...
Duty.
Which never has happened in the middle of the night.
Were you wearing your underwear?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Did it get in there?
I was wearing my sleep pants. No panties, just my sleep pants.
But you were covered.
But I didn't get anything on anything. It was just a tiny bit of... Yeah.
Do you think...
But I got really close. I guess the point of this story is I got hugely lucky because I didn't notice and I was just about to lay down, and then that would have probably caused an issue where I would have to change my clothes and
then Kristen would have had to clean up your duty too.
No, she was downstairs on watch for the other duty boy.
Oh, wow.
So everyone was celebrating this morning that there was no harness. And I didn't have the heart to say there was something last night.
There was just a tiny bit.
I think it's because, my hunch is I sold myself on the notion that I might be able to eat this sourdough bread that Kristen's making. Like I really want to be able to have no gluten.
Yeah.
In the first round, which was pretty dense because she used a flour without gluten, then she's like, let's go half and half. And then she made that, and it was so good.
Oh,
and
half and half with gluten.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it was much better.
Of course.
It cooked better. It was fluffier. It was so delicious. And I had a couple slices in the morning.
Okay.
And I think that's why I whiskeyed last night.
You Tonka'd.
Please
please use the correct.
We know what a Tonka is.
Oh, you don't want to, this doesn't count because it's too
Tonka.
Tiny?
No, what happened?
I don't want to.
We know Tonka, what that means. It's not a little oopsie you almost miss. It's like animalistic.
Okay. I'm not gonna talk about it, but we had similar situations. Sort of.
Last night?
Yeah. Sort of. Not really, but
in your
interesting
new outfit?
Yeah, but nothing. I didn't have any poop.
But you
I don't
thought
want to
you
talk
did.
about it.
Why? I just was so
I
was so
know,
vulnerable. I'm so revealing.
You always are.
Oh, well,
Women can't get away with that
yes,
kind
they
of thing.
can.
No,
Everyone-
they can't. I
yeah.
didn't poop. I didn't.
Are you sure?
But I was sure. But I just had a situation that's a little tangential to yours with
Like
no
you just
poop.
got your outfit down in time?
No,
situation?
there was no poop.
Okay.
There was no poop.
Interesting.
I just had something interesting and novel
Okay.
happened
Okay. We'll leave it at that.
in that space.
Okay. In the bathroom?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Facts. This is for Nate Silver.
Will you eventually write a tell-all when you're like 60 and we'll hear all these stories, I hope?
There's
A
only-
Hollywood tell-all, and it's just all about your Tonka experience.
I've only Tonka'd once.
Right. Okay.
In my
and then
whole
whatever
life.
this other situation
This isn't
is.
worth,
Okay.
this would not
Okay.
even make like
Okay. Great.
a chapter.
Okay, great.
It's like at best 2 lines.
Okay.
In
More like a quote
in a
I'd put
greater
in my
story.
memoir, like just a quote.
Yeah, it's like under the title, the little like quote. It's nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of gross things,
Yeah.
salmon, semen, skincare.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is all the rage. And it's because salmon sperm shares a lot of DNA with us.
Okay.
And so we used to have vampire facials. I mean, they still do them. But that's where they would like take your blood out and then,
Spin it?
yeah.
Get the
kinda like,
platelets or something?
yeah, they spin it and zhuzh it and then they put it back in.
Do you think it's stem cell-y?
I think they're kind of trying to make it.
Yeah.
They were, look, allegedly, I never did it and then I am not.
Going to try it.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But it was a
But
thing.
you do want the salmon ejaculate.
I'm interested in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salmon ejaculate is the actual
clinical term. Where have you found a place in LA that does salmon
No,
ejaculate?
it's not FDA approved
Oh, I'm so shocked.
yet. It's not FDA approved yet. But if you go to South Korea, you can get it.
Oh, so have you fantasized about taking a trip there?
I do want to go to South Korea.
Just do a week of face stuff?
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be at the very cutting edge, right?
Yes, there's a podcast I love called Eyewitness Beauty, and Nick Axelrod, one of the hosts, he goes and he once got something called like small face.
Oh, what's that?
I think it made his face small.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they do all kinds of things.
Wow.
Now, it's called rejurin. It's a long-chain polynucleotide DNA of salmon milt in micro droplets under the skin of the face and neck. One of the main ingredients is hyaluronic acid. Oh, we have a friend who's done this, by the way.
Well, hold on a second.
Okay.
So under the skin, so they're shooting it into you.
Yeah,
it's not a topical.
Right, just like the vampire facial where it's
they
like—
put it in.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a friend who did this?
She went to South Korea and she did this.
Did she say that the results were,
She said—
does she look incredible?
I haven't seen her in a while. I might
Okay.
see her at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But she's said she's gotten a lot of compliments and that she looks visibly different.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Wow.
And it's supposed to improve elasticity, reduction of fine lines and wrinkles, increase skin hydration, and improved healing capabilities of the skin from
How
damage.
do we know it's not just filler? Maybe it's just working the same as
No.
filler if you're putting a needle under the skin and putting volume in there.
No, because scars.
Okay.
It's like
Us getting
helps
rid of
with— it helps
scarring.
with like skin clarity.
Okay.
So once it gets FDA approved,
You're going to get it.
I'm not gonna get it.
Oh, you're not?
No.
This is confusing. I thought
I
for
know,
sure
I'm
you were
kidding.
going to get it.
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding that this is a thing and people do find or people like
I
it.
wonder what the price tag is on this procedure.
Yeah, that I don't know. But also
And I would want wild salmon ejaculate, not farm-raised
well, that's
ejaculate.
the thing. We
Yeah.
got to get the right type.
Wild. I want it wild.
He talked about gay men of his cohort being quite successful. And it's true. And there is a lot of current research on this group right now.
Uh-huh.
Adult gay men tend to have a higher rate of educational attainment compared to straight men, with a significantly larger percentage earning college degrees and advanced degrees like a PhD, MD, or JD. This is often attributed to factors like a strong drive to excel academically in the face of potential societal challenge.
I would say good boy syndrome, which Jedediah told us about.
Yes.
You got to be perfect in all other domains.
Yeah.
And then also, huge incentive to leave your small town to go to a university.
I think that's true.
If I was gay, though, my conclusion would be, see, we're smarter.
That could be part of it.
Yeah, that would be. That would inflate my ego better.
We need to get Charles, bell curve Charles on that one.
I'm sure he's already on it.
Backronym. This is a huge development for us. I've now used the term like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's an acronym deliberately formed from a phrase whose initial letters spell out a particular word or words, either to create a memorable name or as a fanciful explanation of a word's origin. That's very confusing.
I was going to say, you've explained it to me now 4 times, and I don't know what it means, and I couldn't make one. I can't really comprehend what's being said.
I don't understand that definition, but I understood his, which is basically like you work backwards. You have the acronym.
You found an acronym you love.
Yes.
SWATty.
Then you find the letters that go into it.
Right,
I'm sorry, the words that match those letters, as opposed to you create the phrase or the tenets and then you take the acronym.
That makes perfect sense.
I hope I'm right about that.
Yeah.
Fantasy baseball. It dates back to 1980. It was originally known as the rotisserie baseball. Magazine editor Dan Okrent and some friends created the game at a restaurant in Manhattan. Huh. Now, the price of Bitcoin today.
Okay, here we go. The Bitcoin Ticker Tape podcast with your host, Monica Padman.
$96,428.22. It's a droppin'.
It's dropping.
Don't come at me.
It's not our fault.
Don't come after me.
Although I would start to think we're jinxing it if I were heavily invested in Bitcoin. I started a new book.
Oh my God, you are reading so much.
I had no interest in Sam Bankman-Fried. But now here he was in Nate's book. And then who's our man who wrote The Big Short? Michael Lewis. I was just perusing titles and Michael Lewis came up. But then I was like, oh, well, I'll read his most recent book. I've liked the other ones. And it's about Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah. So now I'm going to learn more about this guy. It's so weird. I have no interest in learning about him. And now here I am again, and I'm enjoying it.
You're being so prolific with your books. I'm sorry to say I still haven't even finished Intermezzo.
Oh, and we're supposed to do a puzzle on here. You were supposed to give the example from the book. Episode. Luckily, we threw them a bone with this dog thing. They're off the scent, but a couple people did bring up, hey, are you doing that? Yeah.
Okay, well, we already went too long. So next week, we'll do the riddle.
We'll try. Let's see. We're going to try.
We'll do the riddle from Intermezzo, but also I haven't even finished it. And I was supposed to read it at Christmas.
Oh, no.
And now it's February, but really January.
Right.
So it's fine. That's it.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I enjoyed Nate Silver.
Me too. What an interesting guy and an interesting life.
Way outside of what I can comprehend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can find no purchase in this statistical modeling world. I barely understand it.
I think we have an idea that gambling is like dirty and bad.
Yeah.
And then statistics is smart and
yes, and the stock market also is good.
Exactly. And it's all the same thing.
Yeah, it's all gambling. It's all risk. It's all percentages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
All right.
Young lives. All right, love you.
Bye, I love you.